Hello everybody and welcome back to another Unity indie game devlog on my Unity indie game. That was kind of redundant, but anyway. We're 7 subs away from 100. Can we get to it in this video? Who knows? I probably shouldn't care as much. So let's just go over a few things first. Watch the whole video because this is going to be a good video. And it supports the channel a lot, gets it recommended and all that stuff. So yeah, audience retention, all that kind of stuff. Remember to keep notifications on because I could upload once a day, I could upload once a week. Play the game, link in the description. The new main menu isn't done yet, but I'll update the game. Probably after I add more than just the main menu. If you haven't seen this game before, it's a game where you can't attack the enemies and you have to dodge them to survive each stage, and waiting out the timers under the enemies until they self-destruct. But anyway, let's get into it. So, like I said, we're going over the new main menu, what I'm going for with it, why I'm changing it, the evolution of the main menu. You're seeing the first one right now, when I first released the game, and how it might be important for your game as well. So the first thing that kind of stands out with the first main menu is that the raining down triangles kind of thing, like that was kind of the thing that was, it's based off an obstacle in the game, and I'll go into that in a minute, but it was kind of like the main feature of it. It was kind of weird. It doesn't really matter too much, but it's the first thing that kind of stands out with it, and it's also something that gets removed afterwards. So basically the obstacle is like, it basically shoots down particles. They're called like rage rain. It's called rage rain, and it's not very important for the game itself really, but I always thought it like looked cool, so that's why I kept it. So basically, in a way, the main menu kind of got more basic afterwards. It just, well, I mean, there was more options that were added and all that kind of stuff, but from then on, like in terms of like the look of it, like I removed the triangles, and then it was just like, because I didn't like how it looked, and I just went with a bare bones kind of style. And as you could see, basically the bulk of everything is kind of on the left side, which kind of left a lot of NP space, especially without the raining down projectiles. I tried to do some stuff with lighting once I added lighting, but it just never really worked out as well. Alright, you're about to see the new version in 3, 2, 1. There you go. It was kind of obvious where we were going with this, but everything's in the middle now, and just, the rain is back. Okay, that sounds weird. Anyway, so basically, I didn't really explain what the obstacle does, but basically, once the rain touches an enemy, it has a chance to go into rage mode, which is like a powered up state, and it just makes it more powerful, pretty much. So pretty much the reason why everything was on the left side, too, other than that I had the rain there before, is that I was kind of taking inspiration from Halo. Like a very, very light inspiration where everything was kind of like in the bottom left corner, and it never really looked like that. But I'll just mention it because why not? This is like a video on the main menu, so yeah. You probably won't see the finished version until like the next update comes out. Yeah, so like I said, it's not finished, but I'm gonna just show the first page pretty much. As you could probably notice, there's a text box that kind of is scrolling across the screen, and that's telling you all the tips in the game that are actually in game that I mentioned before in a different devlog. Maybe I'll put a link to it in the corner of the screen, and you can check that out. Where I added tips in the game where it would be randomly chosen which tip you would see and all that kind of stuff, and just tell you how to better play the game, from what I know at least. So I think it adds a bit more movement on the screen, and it looks pretty nice. So there's also another thing with the rain, is that if you haven't noticed already, there's different like layers to it. So there's like the very far back layer where the rain, it looks like it's really far away. And then there's like the medium, where it's kind of somewhat close up, and then there's like the front layer where it's like the least like there's the least amount of like emission if you've used particle systems in Unity before. Um, it's kind of got a low emission rate, and it actually goes over the main menu. So like the front particle system, only that one. So it's a pretty cool like perspective effect. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. Other than that, if you're enjoying this video, it's almost done. I should have said this a little bit earlier. You can support me by liking the video, subscribing to this channel if you like the video as well. I said that all wrong, or all right, I guess. And also, it's Devlog 17, so I don't know why, but my brain made a connection with there's only 7 subs left to 100, so I mean, yeah. Also, the blah 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 thing, that's not an actual thing. It's not gonna be an actual update name. It's just for a placeholder. So yeah, so the text is also a bit bigger, just to kind of make it look like it takes up more space, pretty much. And as I was making this menu, I realized it's a lot more important than I first thought. Or it at least wasn't prioritized at all, so like I didn't really think about it. But I realize now it is the first thing that you're gonna see when you start up the game. So it actually makes a lot of sense for it to look really good. So if that inspires you to make some changes to your main menu in your game, if you make any, or if you want to make any, and kind of remember that because that is the first thing you'll probably see, or one of the first things at least. If you have any feedback on this menu, make sure to tell me about it. Do you think it looks a lot better than when it first started, or what do you think?